Hey, I'm Colin, an investment partner at A16Z Speedrun. One area I'm really interested in is social simulation. Can we make a crystal ball for human behavior? The premise is pretty simple. We've made models that can predict text, images, and videos, but can we make models that predict human attitudes and behaviors? This space has heated up in recent months, but it's a classic example of innovation that started in games but spread out from there. The original generative agents paper that put LLMs as NPCs in a functioning town was one of the earliest LLM social simulation examples. And then Altera, one of our speedrun companies, beefed this up by having 1,000 agents in a town in Minecraft that adopted their own religion, created trade routes, and even voted on a constitution. What's exciting about these examples is you can imagine a future where each generative agent is robust enough that you can answer just about any sociological question. For public health questions, like what if we introduced a mask health policy? For political questions, like we'll vote for which candidates in which states? And for marketing questions, like what trends will these populations find cool versus cringe? There's been a lot of commercial interest in the space in recent months too. There's really no bounds to what you can simulate. Will my tweet go viral? Will my customers like these new ads? How would 1,000 generative agents respond to a customer insights survey as opposed to a panel of real humans? As with anything, one of the key questions here is data. How do you get the data needed to predict human attitudes and behavior? This ultimately ends up being a product question. What product can you offer the market that will naturally collect this data? It could well end up being that this field is no exception to the rest, and you simply need web-scale data for predicting human behavior to work. The question is, how will you get web-scale prediction or behavior data? But there's early signs that you can already get a lot from a little, such as a recent paper that found you could predict human attitudes on social science surveys from just a couple hours of interviews with them. A world where you can predict human behavior, where everyone has the Oracle of Delphi in their pocket, seems outrageous until you see everyone laying the building blocks to get us there, both in startups and in academia. It feels like a GPT-3 moment right now, with killer apps being cooked up at this very moment. If you're working on anything in social simulation, how to build a crystal ball for behavior, comment down below and I'd love to chat.